Let's not beat around the bush now. Jeremy Corbyn is the biggest hypocrite on earth. There he is, insulting Islam, and so are all the climate extinctionist people. Or at the same time, look weak because they crawl to Islam at the same time. And now insulting Islam because the whole of Islamic world puts climate change down to God. That's 1.4 billion Muslims. Most of them, I suggest, they put it down to climate change to God, or the sensible people do, the Chinese do, put it down to nature because it's a natural event. Even if humans are involved, it's a natural event regardless, because we're all part of the biosphere. Everything in the earth is part of the biosphere. To say humans are not connected to the biosphere, then here's a contradiction to say humans affecting the climate. So the idea that we can sort of determine the whole of the future of climate by attacking one small portion of it, the Western Hemisphere, or the Western people, which is 7%, it makes as much sense as saying I'm going to build a ladder this afternoon that goes up to the moon. I'll sit on the moon and look back down. It makes that much sense. No sense at all. But Jeremy Corbyn is a hypocrite. Not only that, it's obvious that he hates Islam, because what he's doing is insulting the whole of Islam, and because, let's face it, the Pakistanis are just opening a great big coal field, billions of tons of coal, to sort of enrich themselves, and they're entitled to do that. We're totally wholeheartedly. Their people are suffering cold weather, massive poverty, and I totally wholeheartedly support all people, no matter what they are, to have a better life. And if that means using coal or oil, well, go for it, because you're entitled to do so, because that is your wish, that is your will, that is God's will, if you like, or that natural will, if you like. So for these people, or these Extinction Rebellions, to be saying, oh, all Muslims are wrong, they're saying all Islam is a lot of crap. That's what they're saying. They're saying all these people who say it's all down to God are a lot of crap. And that's what these extinctionist people actually say. And they say the Saudi Arabians, one of the biggest producers of oil in the world, and the Iranians and Iraqis and all those people, they rely on totally, and there's all people all around the world, Odessa, there's people all around the world who rely totally on their income and currency driven by oil for their income, for their sustenance. Without those people producing oil, well, it's hard to imagine how they would live, or how the world would be. And there's no one said how the world will be if we have no oil. No one, not one of these people said, look, this is how it's going to be. Not Jeremy Corbyn doesn't say, well, this is my view of the future. He hasn't said, oh, vote for me because I have got this intrinsic, I've got this picture. Here it is, here's my future for you. This beautiful idol of Eden at last I am giving you. He can't do that because he's an hypocrite. And he's, as far as I'm concerned, a total hypocrite. Not fit to be in Parliament, not fit to be in democracy, and he can't be on the side of Islam at the same time be against Islam. This is the great hypocrisy of these people. Jeremy Corbyn, who wants the Islamic vote because of the immigration thing, which is just a furphy anyway, now he's saying towards Islamic people, because he's got this 16-year-old girl saying, who's now the world expert on climate, is a 16-year-old girl called Greta Thunberg. She's the world's leader in understanding climate change. It's just amazing, must be a genius. I wonder she could play piano and violin as well, because that sort of girl with such profound intelligence and cognition is an absolute, the world's greatest genius. But never mind, and that's why they went and asked her what to do next. What do we do next, Greta? What do we do next? But other people pointed that out. The point is that these people, Corbyn, no, he just stands against democracy. He can't stand democracy because whatever he is. He's attacking Islam. He's Islamophobic by saying the Muslims cannot have the oil and the wealth generated from oil to generate their income, or the Pakistanis can't have coal to generate their income and keep them warm in winter. It's abominable that these people are attacking half of the 1.4 billion humans they're attacking. Not just the British people, they're attacking 1.4 billion Muslims, and they're attacking the Chinese, 1.3 billion Chinese, who've just struggled to get out of poverty and give themselves half a decent life. Now, the left are against all these people having a half a decent life. Why are the left so much against the Chinese and the Muslims and all the people in these different developed worlds? Why are they against them having an half a decent life? And the people who are involved, if you notice, most of them live off the state, stewards of the state. Most of them don't really have any real income. They don't, if they had to earn an income themselves, they would starve to death. That's as simple as that. If it relied on their own initiative, creativity and intelligence, most of them would starve to death. And that's the fact of the matter. The left hate Islam, but it's controlled by it in some way. And you always hate your controllers. That's the whole point of rebellions come about, because people don't like being controlled. Who are they rebelling against? These people on the left. Society that feeds them, or society what dominate them? Where is involved in all of this? Because right at the moment, very few people are addressing what is the facts of here. Jeremy Corbyn's a hypocrite, fighting against Islam. People, the billions of them living in poverty, he's fighting against that. He's saying you can't get out of poverty, Muslims, and he's saying the Pakistanis, you can't get out of poverty, stay as you are. You know, your women will be dominated by your men and all that. That's what Corbyn's saying. And he's saying to the Chinese, you can't get out of poverty. Bugger you, you stay poor, you stay your peasants, you stay be ruling by a clique or an elite. Because that's what we want to do, rule by a clique and elite. That's what this is all about. This is comedy, by the way.